So welcome to this week's Creative Spirit Gathering. And this week we're continuing our focus on self-care. And today's focus is on the physical being, our body being. So our bodies do so many things for us. It's the vehicle through which we experience all of life. It's the vehicle through which we process and experience emotions. It's what carries us physically from one place to another, from one activity to another. Our bodies do so much for us, and so often we are so caught up in our minds, or we're so caught up in the activity of, planning things out, or maybe even thinking, well, my spiritual practice is simply sitting still, and my body has no part in that. And we have this tendency where we can disconnect and forget how sacred and how precious our body is. So today is all about honoring the body, listening to the body, paying attention to its needs. Movement of the body can be a tool for healing in our lives. It can be a tool for moving through emotions rather than keeping them tight. If we feel, you might be going, oh yeah, lately my shoulders have been feeling stiff, or my back has been feeling tight. As we allow ourselves to use our body to release emotion, release energy, we can actually release some of that tension. So we can use the body for moving and processing. Through movement, we can express joy. Through movement, we can express grief. We can move through feelings of loss. We can move through feelings of gratitude and praise. There are many spiritual practices that can incorporate our bodies in the expressions. We think of yoga, Tai Chi, walking a labyrinth. So what works for you? What brings you that sense of feeling connection through the body, through movement in some way? When we learn to honor and recognize our bodies as this tool, that carries us through our lives, that helps us to process emotions, process our experiences of life, and as a way of deepening our spiritual practice. And we see all the beauty, all the different ways that our body can serve us, maybe in ways that we hadn't really thought of before. And for all of these gifts that our body gives to us, we want to give it self-care in return. We want to give body care back. And for each of us, that's going to be different, right? If you were to walk out, get a personal trainer, they're going to work with everybody differently. And I'm not saying you need a personal trainer by all means. That's not what today is about. But it's about that nurturing. And for some of us, when we listen and tune into the body, it might be saying, yeah, you need some more physical exercise in your daily routine right now. And maybe we become a little more sedentary in our staying at home. But when we listen to the body, we just take the time through meditation, through presencing, and I'm going to give you an activity today to do in your journal to presence the body and listen to the body's needs. The body might be calling forward different ways that you can engage in the healing arts with the body, or engage in spiritual practice with the body. It might just be asking you to give it a carrot once in a while. I know some of us have also sort of slacked in our nutrition needs and feeding our bodies in that sense as well. So we're going to be doing an activity today in our journals to help us tune in to the body's needs so that we can offer it self-care with love and compassion. And we're going to do this by using our hands, because that's our very tactile way that we engage with so much of the world. So one of my dear friends, and also a big component of Unity Arts Ministry, Shannon Sleeper, and she actually is the one who told me this idea of using your hand as a starting point for art. So these pieces here were done. This one was, you can see, 2 handprints. And I use my left hand when I do this so that I can trace with my right hand. Just doing that, put your hand down and trace with your hands. This was in a colored pencil, but you could use any material you like. And then using that as a starting point, because our hands, again, it's a part of us, it's part of our body being, and it's also so personal. Everybody's hand, not just your fingerprints, but your handprint is unique. The way that your fingers extend or curve into each other. So as we put our hand down as a starting point, it really becomes this connection to our physical being. And from there, you can explore and experiment with what is coming forward for you. When I do this, I like to do a combination of written words. You can see this one, go that way. The orange hand says let go on it. And then the green one says grow across it here. And so it was asking myself, what do I need to let go of? What do I need to grow? And so using this back and forth and just talking to my body, what activities or habits or routines do I need to let go of to better serve and nurture my body? And then what do I need to grow into? What do I need that will sustain my body and bring that health and vibrancy that I'm wanting to express into the world? As always, you don't have to do the assignment as pictured in my journal. I want you to make it your own. Our journals are a place where we can simply explore and express what's coming up for us and listen for that intuitive response. So if we ask a question like, what does my body need? Then we're listening for the intuitive response and not judging it or questioning it, just jotting it down or scribbling little doodles that maybe remind us of whatever that answer is. If our body says carrots, drawing a little carrot on one of the fingers and just having fun with it and letting it speak to us and having this back and forth dialogue through writing and through art. Just move into our time of meditation. So again, just taking this deeper. So I invite you to take a moment to center your body. I invite you to close your outer eyes, letting the breath continue to drop us into the present moment, bringing us a deeper sense of peace. I invite you to imagine a golden light shining right above the crown of your head. Imagine it as a little ball, perhaps dancing, bouncing around. It's a ball of light, so it contains warmth. I invite you to imagine this ball melting. Just a nice warm feeling. And you feel it travel down your body. From within, from without. A golden light of warmth. Noticing the feeling of it on the crown of your head. Feeling it on your forehead. And as this warmth touches, just know that it is soothing and healing. As it washes over your eyes, notice any tightness just dissipate. It moves down your face, down your neck, touching your spine, bringing that warm softness all the way down every vertebrae. Notice the warmth down your chest, your abdomen. Just let everything release as the warmth washes over you. From your shoulders, down your arms, to your fingertips. Feel it wash over your hips. It's warm light down your legs, to your knees, all the way down to the soles of your feet and to your toes. Your entire body being bathed in warm light. Breathe it in. Exhale. Imagine this is the light of spirit shining within you, surrounding you, guiding you, nurturing you, comforting you right here, right now. And on the next breath, we begin to bring our awareness back to our body being in this time and space, but continuing to hold this awareness of this soft inner light with us as we move into a meditative expression onto our journal pages, having a dialogue with our bodies. How can I serve you? How do you most wish to serve me in healing, in connecting, in growing? Breathing in, breathing out. We'll bring our awareness fully now to our creative expression. So relax and enjoy into the process. Your love offerings that we receive help to make these programs possible for you, for us to be able to turn them into videos so others can see and share as well, and continue this message out so we can share this healing tool truly with the world at this point, which is amazing to be able to do that. So thank you so much for your gifts and your gratitude that come in. The website give button is unityartsministry.org/give.